Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about a fantasy story. The story is called Cy and Medusa. This is written by Torren and Otto Addisons, illustrated by Mariana Ebabu. So, focus question: what problem do the main characters share, and how do they solve it? So they have problems that one of them can turn other people to stone, and one of them nearly can't see with one eye. Connection. Writing. Think of a time you helped someone solve a problem. Write about it. Write about what you did to help. So usually I never help someone because
No one needs help.
yep. Social study and art. Research to learn more about Medusa and Scylla. Design a poster about one of the mythical figure to share with your class. Sides struck down the hall of his new school. His one large eye staring at the floor. Giant centaurs flying horse past him, but Sai was the only creature around with one single eye. I'm never gonna fit in here, Sai mumbled under his breath. Whack! Sai bumped into Mok, the largest minotaur in the school. Watch where you going, One Eye, Mok huffed. Sorry, I didn't see you, Sai squeaked. Can't you see with one eye? Mok asked. As if on cue, Sai spotted Medusa heading towards them, which gave him an idea. He was new, but he had been at school long enough to know about Medusa powers. I actually see something really cool about around over there, Sai said, chasing down the hall. What do you mean? Mark asked as he turned to look. He peered out the hall, made eye contact with Medusa, and instantly turned to stone. Then, without thinking, Sai met Medusa's yellow eye. His skin tingled, and he looked down at his home dismay. To his surprise, however, he was still sad. Uh, Medusa turned someone into stone again, a student groaned. Let's drag him to the nurse office. A group gathered around and began to haul Mark off. Medusa, illuminated, burst into tears and ran away. Sai raced after Medusa. He had looked directly at her and didn't turn to stone. Outside, Sai found Medusa sitting on a picnic table with her face buried in her hands. Can I talk to you? Sai asked. Medusa turned her head from Sai. Go away, if you don't want to turn into a statue, she murmured. You look at me in the eye, and I'm fine, Sai said. That's not possible, just ask the nurse. She already had to turn 14 kids back to normal this year, Medusa said. Trust me, Sai said. Maybe it's because I only have one eye. I can't be turned to stone. Medusa slowly lowered her hand, peeked at Sai one eye, and her face lit up. It's a miracle. You don't know what it's like to be not able to look at anybody, she said. I don't look at people anyway, Sai said with a shrug. The kids all stare at me, and Mark and the Minotaur always call me One Eye. Imagine having a head full of snakes. Medusa replied, every day is a bad hair day for me. I guess, Sai admitted, then paused for a moment. The truth is I don't see very well. I don't see well, I mean. And I am too embarrassed to wear my monocle. It's bad enough to only have one eye. Sai pulled a round glass piece on a long golden chain from his pocket. How silly is this? He said with a groan. Medusa giggled when saw Sai peering through the monocle. When I wear this, it makes me stand out even more, Sai. Can I see that for a second? Medusa asked. Sure, Sai said, handing over the monocle. I won't be using it anyways.
Anyway,
The school bell rang, and Medusa patted Sai on his shoulder. I like your one eye, Medusa said, and we need to go to get our three eyes over to shop class before we are late. Sai smiled. Hey, shop? he said. That gave me a brilliant idea.
Wow.
For the next 2 weeks in shop class, Cy and Medusa sat at the back table together. First, Cy took measurements of Medusa's head. He used all the sharp tools to build a visor that would keep her from turning people to stone. Finally, Cy polished the complete visor and handed it to Medusa. Try it out, he suggested. Medusa slipped on the visor. Inside, a crystal mirror allowed her to look at people without making direct eye contact with anybody. Medusa cautious approached the table next to them. The student peeked up at her nervously, but no one turned to stone. This is amazing, Medusa exclaimed as her walked around the room staring each student in the face. You did it, Cy, Medusa said with a beaming smile. She rushed back to her workstation and pulled Cy molecule from a drawer. I hope you don't mind. I've been working on your molecule too. It's sort of like a cute goggle now. She handed Cy the goggle. Um, Medusa had wrapped the molecule with wires and attached it with leather strand engaged with lightning bolt. Wow, Cy said, slipping it over his head, saying, Now this I actually like to wear. No problem, Medusa said. Thank you for having me out. The bell rang and Medusa and Cy head out, sporting with their new eyewear. For the first time, near them stared at the ground. Bye, see you next time.